Hey, this is Dean from the Online Empire Academy in partnership with Keyword Inspector. And in this video, I wanted to show you how I go about basically getting all the information I want about my competitors. It's very easy with the Keyword Inspector tools that you can use. ReverseASIN is what we're going to be looking at today. It's by far the most important, not the most important, it's the most popular tool under Keyword Inspector. And I'm going to show you two things with the ReverseASIN tool, but I'm going to show you them in two different phases. And so we're going to have to go through both phases. Those phases will give you a very interesting picture of what your competition is doing to make the sales that they're making. Okay. All right. So let's go into the ReverseASIN. Now, one thing you're going to note, you could either be using if you go to keywordinspector.com, you can use the old way of looking at things, or we have this new beta way. If you want to, where it says up here, it says try the new Keyword Inspector beta. You can click here to learn more, and you can actually go and see what the beta looks like. It's actually pretty cool. So I'm going to try and use the beta right now, and I think it will. It just has a better user interface, but it doesn't have all the same tools that the non-beta would have. Okay, so I'm going to log in here. I'm going to go to ReverseASIN. I'm going to click this new. All right, lots of search types here. Okay, guys, we have all of these. If you go down, there's just tons of different search types. Okay, I know that if you've ever used the ReverseASIN before, most people, when they're first using it, they have no clue what it's doing. Okay, so if I were to go before we get all into this, let me see. Let's see, what should we go and look for? Let me just type in A and see if there's anything that comes here. AD, adrenal complex. See this adrenal complex thing, it's probably some kind of, yeah. Okay, so we have, let's just do this supplements. If you're in the supplement field or niche, very, 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 very competitive, but no worries. Let's see what we got here. So if you've never used ReverseASIN before at all, then you're going to find that you're going to have to shift your mind a little bit. Okay, ReverseASIN, a lot of people when they first start, they'll go and say, hey, you know, I went and used ReverseASIN and it came up with a keyword that was something like, since this is an adrenal thing, it might be something that might be like feel good supplement or something like that. Well, I searched and searched this listing and I don't see the keyword feel good supplement anywhere in this listing. This is baloney. Well, that's probably because you don't understand what's happening. And what is happening with ReverseASIN is it is actually looking at what people are typing in the search bar to find this listing. Okay, super powerful. Okay, and I always have to do this in my videos. I always have to kind of give a ReverseASIN 101. Super powerful. Which would you rather find? Would you rather find keywords that are in the listing? Or would you rather find keywords where customers who came and purchased these products or came at least to look at the listing, would you rather have a list of those keywords that people actually used to find this listing and potentially buy off of? I would hope that you would say the latter. And that's what ReverseASIN does. So sometimes you won't even find a search term that came up in ReverseASIN in the listing, but when you actually go and search on Amazon, it's ranked for that search term. Okay, and that happens all the time. We'll probably end up seeing that as we go through this. Okay, so I just wanted to give a primer before we get started. I wanted to give a primer on that before we get started because a lot of people get confused. Okay, so we want to find, this is our competitor right here. we want to find everything that we possibly can about this competitor. I want to find the keywords that they're going after. I want to know if they're doing pay-per-click and things like that. I want to know what the search traffic is for the keywords that they're going after. I basically want to know how they are positioning their product. How did they get to be, up here? Right below this Amazon's Choice thing. In fact, we could probably even do this Amazon's Choice thing. But anyway, how did they get to be where they are at right now for adrenal complex? Okay, so let's do that. So first things first. You can create something like a quick spreadsheet or something like that. Just put the ASIN in one column, reverse ASIN keywords in another column, and PPC keywords in another column. Okay, and we're just going to put the ASIN here, and then we're going to list out the keywords here and the PPC keywords here. You're going to understand what this is in just a moment. All right, so let's go, and first things first, we're gonna get the ASIN from this thing. You can find the ASIN up here in the URL, or generally you can scroll down, and where it says product details, you can find the ASIN here. You need to use the child ASIN. If you're not using the child ASIN, then it's not going to work. So if Keyword Inspector gives you an error, the way you can tell if it's the child ASIN is if you actually pop this ASIN into there, click that, it will give you an error too on Amazon. Okay, sorry, if it's a parent ASIN. And the way around that is just to search for like Adrena Max in Amazon, go to that, and it will come up with the child ASIN. Really weird. Don't know why that happens, but whatever. All right, so let's put this ASIN right here. Boom, copy and paste it into there. You can add groups if you want. If you wanted to make a group where it's like a competitor, you can do something like competitor Adrena Max or whatever. I don't know. I usually don't do it. I usually don't care. I'm not very organized when it comes to that, so I'm not going to do it right now. And do not go and click this right away. Okay, we want to make sure we are doing the right thing. I only use the extensive search, the extensive keyword search, okay, for this particular thing. You can do this extensive all. It includes like just a ton of other stuff. It tells you where we found an inline search sponsored ad, PPC on the search results, blah, blah, blah. I really don't use it. It only lasts for a week too. That's 15 credits. It's very, to me, I just haven't found the value in it, and I'm speaking totally just from the gut right now. I'm so used to using the extensive. This has a ton more stuff, but I haven't used it at 15 credits. Don't get me wrong. I love Keyword Inspector, and I use it in my business, but I'm like, whoa, 15 credits. That's a lot. But you can use it too if you want. I'll do a video on this after I go through and extensively use it. No pun intended. All right, so I do extensive this first phase. Okay, the next phase we're going to talk about a little bit more in a little bit. So we're good. Extensive USA. All right, click start reverse ASIN search. All right, your ASINs are processing. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay. So don't worry. There's a little search history thing that you can do. So don't worry about that. Click that and it should pop up. We'll see if it does. All right. Now, so nope, it hasn't showed up yet. So we just got to wait. I'll hit refresh. All right, I'm going to pause the video until it shows up. All right, cool. It showed up, and here we are. Adrena Max, natural adrenal supplement. So click on that. Now, we'll get all the good stuff, okay? I really only look at a few columns. So remember, so this is the only thing I don't like about the new thing. This part right here takes up like half the screen. But anyway, so Mega Men, okay. I'm not going to go through all the columns. I'm going to show you just the columns that I look at and I care about. All right. So all that being said, I don't look. The only columns I look at are keyword. Okay. The search volume per month, which is the estimated traffic. The ASIN keyword at the position that it's at the time of search. Okay. And the common misspellings, if it has any. I like using those in pay-per-click ads. Okay. But I want to know as much as I can about my competition. And you could export this out to a CSV and all that other stuff, but I'm going to show you just in this way because it's a better user interface. Number of results found on Amazon. This is actually pretty cool. You know, being able to show you the actual results that come up with this keyword. Okay. I don't use the exact keyword in its title right here. You have to pay for that. Extra credits and new listing graph requires 7 credits. I usually don't do that either. So sorry. All right. So let's find out about our competition. Okay. Mega Men Multivitamin Chews. Okay. Now, interesting. Remember, this is an adrenal supplement. Okay. An adrenal supplement. This is not Mega Men Multivitamins Chews. Okay. This is an adrenal supplement. How did this happen? How did that happen? I bet you if I went Control C, go here. Let's see if that comes up. Boom. It doesn't come up at all in this listing. That's because somebody typed that in, because there's no keyword in here for that at all. Mega Men, multivitamin chews. Let's see if even multivitamin chews come up. Nope, doesn't even come up. Okay. So what does that mean? Someone typed that in. Okay. So if I went here and I actually went to Amazon, click that, and let's see if we can go down. Boom, there it is. Adrenamax comes up for that. So people somehow find that this is relevant. Okay. They find that this is relevant to what they are searching for with this Mega Men multivitamin chews. Okay. So I'm actually, normally I don't go after, especially with pay-per-click, or I'm not going to optimize my listing with this, but I'm going to put this here. Here, let me go get the ASIN from this, just so I know that it's ranking. I don't need to put the position or anything like that, but I just know that it's ranking for that, which is very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. All right, so going back, a live liquid mineral supplement. I'm not going to go after these necessarily. When there's brands, I don't really care so much, but we do start seeing like certain things like energy booster. Let's see if we can do liquid mineral test kit. Interesting. Adrenal support powder. Now this is very close to what I would want, right? So if I click here, I see, if I go, I see it, the time of search, it's number 4 for that particular time of search. Sorry, that particular search, at least at the time when Keyword Inspector found it. So if I click here, go there, put that in there, click, and I go down. Let's see. Now we see it's not 4. Oh, actually, no, it is. This is sponsored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes people will say, "Well, this said that it was 4." But I go and check and it's 7. It's seventh ranking. How this doesn't work? Look, things change. It's Keyword Inspector does not. It goes through and it finds things, and when it finds things, that's why it says keyword position at the time of search. Okay, it's going over millions and millions and millions and millions of stuff and putting it into a database and updating it as often as it can. Okay. And it's not always going to be super updated, but generally, if you're around 4 or whatever around this area, then the it's not going to go wild swing. It's not going to swing like all over the place. If it's 10 or 15 or ranked 16, it'll go kind of all over the place. But this one's good. Adrenal support powder, for sure. Oops. Put that here. Adrenal support powder. So I know that they're ranking for that. Bovine adrenal glands. Interesting. Click that. Let's see if we go in here. I want to see if that even pops up. Bovine. Oops. Bovine. No, it does not. Okay, so keep going. Stress B complex powder. Interesting. Focus formula pills. Thyroid formula. Enzymatic. No, let's go down. So one thing you might notice over here is I don't really care too much about the traffic because this fluctuates big time all over the place with Keyword Inspector, but it does give me an idea that that these things are getting at least some traffic. The only way you can truly know is through PPC. Okay, so I'm going to go here, adrenal health supplement, life support. Let's Focus Dailies 90 pack. I'm trying to get out of the bovine thyroid. Let's just do this one too. So I know that they're ranking for things, especially bovine, which I would have never thought of. Bovine. So anyone searching for that, because even if I go, like if I were to go, so another thing I like doing is going up here because I want to know what my competition is ranking for, but I also want to know, who their competition is. Thyroid edge, thyroid. Not too many sponsored. Usually if there's a lot of sponsored people for like bovine, and so this bovine thyroid organic, you get people up here in the sponsored ad. Here, not so much. You do get them over here too. So I don't know. It could have that keyword could have some competition, which it looks like it does, but it's not like overwhelming. At least it doesn't seem. But let's go down. Boom. There's our Adrenamax right there. Interesting keyword. So bovine is something that I can see my competition capitalizing on that word, right? And bovine, because they're definitely, when bovine's in the mix, it's coming up. And I know offhand I wouldn't necessarily think of bovine as a adrenal vitamin supplement thing, but apparently that's a big part of it, it seems. Let's see, anything else? I did put this bovine adrenal glands, right? Yeah, okay. So like if I did, if I clicked here, bovine adrenal glands, see where we end up. Yeah, see, we're right there. Okay, and then this one, it's getting 1,000 hits per month. Could be up, could be down. I don't know. Okay, enough of that. So you kind of get the idea of what I'm looking for. Because so now, like for me, when I'm spying on my competition, I want to know really how they're positioning. So this bovine one, they can position that really well because they're ranking really, really well with that. Bovine adrenal glands. So are these guys. They're ranking well. They're not dominating. Nobody's dominating sponsored ad wise. So it makes me think that they're not necessarily going for that particularly. But anyway, that's very interesting. Okay, so now I want to know, are these guys actually running sponsored ads? And what keywords are they running sponsored ads for? Okay. So now I'm going to go up. I'm going to go back to my ReverseASIN. Okay, I'm going to take that, I'm going to go back here, get my ASIN. Paste it in here. Boom. All right, now I'm not going to select extensive. I'm actually going to go down and do the PPC one, USA reverse PPC. Okay. All right, so I'm going to grab that. And this is just going to give a list, okay, a list of keywords that when Keyword Inspector saw sponsored ads, when Keyword Inspector was looking for those keywords to see what's on, like who's ranking for those keywords, they also saw sponsored ads with this ASIN running an ad for that sponsored ad. Okay. So if I click here, see if it popped up already. You're going to see now we have right here an extensive search, and then we have a reverse PPC search right there. Okay. So I'm going to click this. All right, so now we notice, see right here where it says adrenal stress test. First thing I noticed from this, here I'm actually going to open this in a new tab, these two. This tells me that they know, because they know that adrenal stress test, because I saw this over here somewhere, they know that they are ranking for that in some capacity. Let me just stress B. Okay, stress B complex powder. I know I had seen this somewhere. Huh. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but at least they know stress. Okay, so anyway, so adrenal stress test they showed up for. Very interesting. Oh, by the way, I don't look at this right here. The interesting thing here is you're going to find these ones where it says day first found and day last found. Okay. The ones where it's like day one and then they didn't find it the next day for that. Generally, those are probably broad keywords that they're searching for, or automatic keywords or things like that. Okay, but if I go here and I see 7/15 and 8/17, you know, July 15th to August 17th, generally I would say, especially where it says energy booster pills, that's going to be super competition. I'm guessing they ran that for like a month as an exact or something close, like a phrase or something like that, and then they're like, oh crap, we're losing a lot of money, so that sucks. So I kind of want to find really what they're going after now. Okay, so you know, as we go through this, I want to find things that are more 2017 rather than 2016, because you're just going to get a whole bunch of stuff there, if there is any 2017 stuff, because they might have just totally stopped running ads. And it even looks right here. If you look here, it looks like they stopped around October. Oh, no, we do have 2017. Okay, cool. All right, so they are still running these ones. Okay, so let me see if there's any other 2017s real quick before It looks to me like they stopped for a while. Like maybe they weren't profitable. Maybe they were trying to be profitable during Q4 and then it just wasn't working out. But okay, so we have these ones right here from 2017, and they're kind of the beginning of February. We're in as of recording this, we're in February right now. So, let's see what they're actually going after. So 9-a-day vitamins. So they're going after probably going after competition here. Now cortisol support. They're going after a lot of their competitors. It looks like adrenals complex. Interesting. Adult organic chewable multivitamin. So I would probably take these in a CSV, but here, let's just grab a couple of these. Anxiety drops professional formulas. Let's grab these. Boom. Grab these just so I have a picture. Normally I would do this with the CSV. So if you go here, you do download to CSV, it makes it a lot easier to do all this stuff right here. You could just copy and paste it, all other stuff. But I wanted to show you via the user interface. All right. So next. But we have Probiotic Natures Plus. They're doing a lot of competitor stuff, and I don't think it's even working because they seem to stop 2-1, and it's just one day, and then they're not there anymore. Either that, or it's some kind of automatic that they're going after. It's an automatic listing that they're doing. February 2nd, diet supplement pills. They're getting murdered in that. Liquid organic colon cleanse. To me, it looks like my competitor is using a lot of auto campaigns. Let me see if I'm trying to find stuff where I know that they're winning if they have something that is going and saying 2017, say it's January 1st, 2017 is when they saw it, and the last time they saw it was today, February 15th. So for a month and a half, they've been running that particular thing, which tells me that they've been winning on that particular thing. Okay. But if it just, I see it one day and that's gone, it tells me that they're not even really going after any of those things that they are ranking for, right? So one thing you might want to even do is see what they're really ranking for. If there's anything that they are ranking for big time, like number 1 or number 2, Gaia Adrenal Gland Supplement to Stress and Adrenal Supplement. So stress and adrenal supplement. I want to see who this is, who ranks on here. It says that they rank number 2. So if I go here, sponsored, and then boom, they're number 2. But this is heavily PPC wise. So anyway, so if this was my main competitor, what I would know is that they are not really running sponsored ads, and I could probably take advantage of that, especially the bovine one, because I don't see them running sponsored ads. So if I go, let's go real quick to PPC. Let's search for bovine and see what comes up. See, nothing comes up. All right. But if I go and I do this bovine adrenal glands right here, click that. Not a lot of competition, at least in the supplement world, right? Not a lot of competition, because you would see them up here. And we know that they're ranking well for that particular keyword, so we can then outrank them, or try to outrank all these guys for that particular keyword, because it doesn't even look like they're going after that keyword. Because even if here, let's real quick, if we went here, we do this nature, because this is number 1. We grab that ASIN. Let's do a new keyword search. Sorry, I'm all over the place. New report. I'm going to just do a PPC report on this guy. Boom, reverse ASIN PPC. I'm going to go back up and click that. Then I'm going to click this. It might take a while. Yeah, it's not ready yet. I'm going to wait 5 seconds, and then we'll refresh. Okay, let's try this. If not, then I'll pause the video and wait for it to come up. Nope. All right, let me pause the video, and I'll be right back. All right, so this one actually errored because they actually are not running. They're not running any any PPC campaigns. So let me go. Where were we? So this one that we were looking at actually is not running any PPC campaigns at all. So that was interesting. So let's do bovine adrenal glands. So that one's not doing any PPC at all. Let's see if we can find one that does. Let's just check this one real quick. Boom. Grab that, which is actually a good sign. So let's go down to PPC, grab that, start reverse ASIN search. See this thing, see if it processes. I can see right here, errors 5, it didn't find anything there. So a lot of these guys are not even running sponsored ads, it looks like, for this particular, well, bovine adrenal gland, they're not running sponsored ads for. And if I do glands, not running I don't even see any sponsored ads on the side over here. So a lot of these guys are not running sponsored ads. And so you could definitely start going after those particular things. So let me actually I want to make sure. Bovine adrenal glands. Yeah, weird. Click that. Yeah, I mean, these guys, not too much in the way of sponsored ad competition on that particular thing. So anyway, so now, so for me, I know that these guys who are my competitors, they are, for anything that's bovine adrenal, they're ranking really, really well. But the cool thing about that is they're not, I see that there's a gap there, right? Because none of these guys, to include my competition, is really going after that particular thing from a sponsored ad point of view, or even in their listings. Let's see if this comes up. If we do Control F, see if it comes up bovine. Let's go here. Nothing in their listing. There's a just customer reviewing this page may also be interested in these sponsored links. That's it. Like they're not even going after bovine adrenal glands. If there even has anything to, if there's anything to do with that or whatever. But pretty cool. We just found a gap, at least with that, in my opinion. So double checking. I always try to know, like, what's my competition doing from an organic side of things, and then from a PPC side of things, organic and PPC, because I can beat them. If they're doing only organic, I can start beating them on PPC stuff. I could start beating their competitors. Like in this particular case with the bovine stuff, I can start hopefully blowing these guys out of the water if I had this particular product, right? I probably wouldn't go into that because I don't like supplements. You get murdered very quickly by big companies and stuff. But this is something that is possible, to outdo a lot of these guys just from paid advertising alone. It'll be a little bit harder, obviously, from the organic side because these guys have been out here for a while, I'm sure, but they don't really have anything in their listings because we already checked, right? So that's how I go about doing this. Obviously, this is going to have a lot more in the way of keywords, a lot more in the way of PPC keywords, but understanding both spectrums, now I can start positioning my product the way that I want to do it. Okay, I can start positioning it through paid advertising or through focusing on organic, whatever it might be, and really making sure in this particular case, if this was the case, really honing in on bovine adrenal glands, bovine adrenal gland, bovine thyroid organic, things like that, especially when it comes to paid advertising. So that's my way of seeing really what my competition is doing, spying on my competition, getting a full picture of where they're at, what they're doing in their business. We saw that they failed with paid advertising. They don't do a good job with paid advertising, right? They stopped for a long time. It looks like they stopped last October, and then they tried starting up again in January, and a couple times in February, and they just lose money. And they're probably going and doing automatic campaigns or whatever, and just throwing a ton of money away, and not really getting results. So we know that they're not really savvy when it comes to paid advertising, and a lot of people in that bovine adrenal thing, at least, are not savvy at all. Like they don't run anything for that keyword, and it doesn't even look like those that are ranking well for that keyword run advertising for any other keywords either. All right, so I hope you liked it. I hope that this helped out a lot and it gave you an idea of how you can utilize ReverseASIN to increase your business, to spy on your competitors, to position your products to be successful on Amazon. It is such an amazing tool and works out so well for competitive intelligence and just being able to do things that other people can't do on Amazon. Now, because you watched this video, there is a special offer, an exclusive special offer. Anyone who saw this video or didn't see this video, anyone who didn't see this video, they snooze, they lose. Okay, they can still do things the hard way. They can go and live in their la la land, thinking that they're going to be being able to find what their competitors are doing, etc. When you've seen firsthand with ReverseASIN, we're looking at what customers are actually typing in to find listings, right? We would have never found that bovine thing if we used any other tool, right? We wouldn't. It just wouldn't happen because the other tools, they look at the listing and they say, oh, well, this is on the listing and it shows up 5 times or 6 times, so they must be going after that, and that's what must be what's making them successful. Well, we would have missed that whole bovine adrenal gland if we were using any other tool. Pretty crazy, huh? On top of that, how are you going to know if your competitor is savvy enough to use paid advertising? We don't, right? Really no other tool goes out there and finds that stuff. And so now you got a huge advantage where all the other people who didn't see this training, all the other people who don't get access to this special offer, they're on the losing team. They're in the doing things the hard way team. Whereas you can come really quickly, spy on your competitors, position your product, find things that you would have never found before, and take your business to the next level. So because you watched this, because you took the time to make your business better, we are offering this special offer to you, and I think you're going to like it. It's going to make ReverseASIN much more flexible for you, and you're going to be able to do some very, very powerful things with it. All right, so all that being said, I really enjoyed making this video. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reply to the emails that you get and ask questions. I will make further training videos like this, and they might even have some special offers in them. So excited to have you on board. Take advantage of the special offer before it's too late, and we will talk to you soon. This is Dean Soto with the Online Empire Academy in partnership with Keyword Inspector, and I'll check you out later.